Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Mexico. In previous episode, the American Civil War happened. We started improving relations with Colombia. Our GDP has been growing at a pretty decent speed. Standard of living has also been going up a little bit. We've been building a lot, and we managed to get out of debt again. So that's pretty decent. We got a little bit unrealized taxes, probably because turmoil and all that, but it's not too bad. We did manage to pass the public schools as well, and now we're getting the protectionism hopefully done. And oh, Colombia damaging relations. Okay, they are rebellious, but I don't think it's going to be... It's going to slow down the increasing in here, but it's not going to stop the relations going up. I know that they want to get their independence probably, but they're not going to. Oh, and there we go. The protection is now progressive voting, so that should be going fairly well. Getting a bit of railways built, we're getting another government administration built, and we're getting an opium plantation. That's the first one that we'll have, although Colombia already had a few. Looking at tool and iron prices are fairly high. Colorado, well, Colorado is going to get the railway soon. I suppose we could build another iron mine over here. Oh, there's not a pops in there. Well, I suppose California could get some iron mines. Get that iron production going, and then the tooling workshops, we've got quite a bit in here. We are building another one already, but I'm just going to put in another one after that, and we'll also get some more glassworks going. So the amount of, oh wow, 40,000, well I suppose the investment pool transfers are covering all the construction costs, so we're making a lot of money. In fact, so much that I'm going to reduce the taxes again. But at the same time, at this stage, well I suppose the investment pool, oh, France is improving relations. Okay, that's actually quite nice to see. I don't suppose we have a room for... Oh, we do have a room for more interest. Okay, so Andes, we could put in an interest there, and I'm going to put one in Caribbean as well. I might turn Haiti and, well, maybe Cuba eventually as well into my dominions here. So I suppose, actually, well, I suppose we don't have the interest there currently. We'll create molasses flood. Well, we'll get a bit more radicals, but it's not necessarily that bad. In fact, the radical numbers are still going down. So where's the... Okay, floated. All the naval bases are going to be started to... Or starting construction soon. After that, we'll get some mines and all that. I think we'll get another art academy in here in the meanwhile as well. And then, I suppose, Oregon? You were going to be the bread basket of Mexico. Ah, there we go. Protectionism and achievement unlocked. Vox Populi. There we go. Is there any other laws that we could pass that would be making sense in this case? Not necessarily. We'll unlock the better taxation law, I'm pretty sure. But no one's supporting it right now, so that's kind of a moot point. Agitators, is there any other agitators that we could bring? I can't invite anyone. No colonial affairs, universal suffrage. No colonial affairs. Technocracy. Right, so there's a bit of options there. Oh, well, we do actually have more loyalists now, thanks to that, than radicals. That's quite nice. Oh, and we got silk input shortage again. Right, we are trading indeed a bit on the silk, I suppose, but clearly not enough. We could probably try importing a bit further. Some from the Russian market, which is basically China. Providing the silk there. So California is getting a few iron mines. We could also get some logging perhaps there, because logging is always nice to have. Get a little bit more wood. And then, well, tools we got decent bit. Clothing we could probably... Oh, silk prices are even higher now. And national supremacy. Hold on a minute. Endorse interventionism, endorse protectionism. Oh, it is a petty bourgeoisie. Okay. That's probably their thing then. You are an agitator, okay. Not exactly what I was expecting in here, but sure, maybe. Well, there's not that much support for it yet, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Yeah, no, we're still not going to start imprisoning women. Trying to earn some living. So, right, standard living 11.7, 23.6 million GDP. So we are number 10 finally. So we've probably surpassed, we surpassed Japan just barely. And we're only 200,000 behind Ottomans as well. So after, oh no, 1,200,000. Okay, so a little bit more than that then. We're slowly getting higher and higher on the list there. Textile mill is going to be done fairly shortly. That's at least going to start producing hopefully a bit more textiles. Actually, where do we have the extra... Like, I know that we had a second textile mill. Was it in Texas? No. Maybe it was somewhere over here. There's the one. I'm going to switch this one back to non-luxury clothing. So we'll get at least some basic clothing production in here. I suppose we could give this one another level as well. There we go. That should help. And how's the coal situation? It could be better. It could certainly be better. So let's just build another coal mine in here. We've got quite a bit of construction going. How's this? Oh, the investment pool is actually still increasing. Now, admittedly, we're building a naval base, so that's causing probably most of that increase in there. But we're not losing a lot of cash right now either, so not too worried about it. We could maybe... Actually, we do have a construction sector there. Got one over here. We've got one over there as well. Veracruz, does that have... It does have a construction sector. Rio Grande does not. I guess we'll get another construction sector over that way. But we'll be expanding our construction a decent bit. And that's going to increase the GDP growth quite a bit as well. So overall, we'll be fine. Raising concerns. Well, I know there's losing more political strength. That's actually ideal. So we'll take that one. Right, so Haiti. How much do you have troops? Just out of curiosity. 6 plus 7. So not a lot. We could potentially make you a Dominion. I don't know who would join them, though. There's potential someone would join against me. But, like, if we were to get them as a Dominion and, well, Cuba maybe later, they are still part of the Spanish market, though, so that's not going to happen anytime soon, I reckon. Oh, right, Oregon was the one. Okay, yeah, Oregon, how about we go ahead and just conquer your state now? I think you've lived long enough as a state there. And we'll take our 20 battalions from here. Oh, we don't have a general here, do we? No, we don't. Yeah, we got the one in Central America, but that's about it. So, who do we hire? We got Honorable Bandit over here. We would deal more morale damage there. Offensive Planner, Charismatic, a bit wounded, but you know what, we'll go for that one out, in fact. Because that is then going to allow us to get a bit more offensive stats in there, in case there's someone joining in. I doubt there is, to be fair. They are uncertain. I suppose since they are going to be losing... oh, this would result in their entire annexation there. They haven't invited anyone in. I could invite Russia into this. I don't think I will, admittedly, but in theory could. I think we're going to build a university over here in California as well. Just because I have a feeling that there is going to be so much mines and such in here, and some industry probably as well along the way, that we want to have some universities there from the get-go, so we can get the things running a little bit faster. Same over here, actually. We could get another university down this area. That's going to cost us a bit of paper, but I suppose, how is the paper price looking right now? It's not too bad. It's only plus 19%. We could definitely use a bit more groceries and definitely more some glassworks as well. We do have another glasswork underway. I suppose another food industry wouldn't hurt. I'll put that underway there. And we will be conquering Oregon soon. After that, well, Hudson Bay Company, I don't think I can fight without fighting the British as well. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. And the Russians are fairly strong as well. I mean, our military is still quite tiny in comparison to a lot of the others. I suppose Texas, we're going to start getting a bit of troops there. Get it to 5 battalions at least. And then maybe Pacific Coast could get a little bit. Let's see, Washington, for example, we could get another 3 there. Oh, City of Plenty. Those prominent members of Mexico High Society have been organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. I'll take more loyalists there. I don't actually want to increase the minimum standard of living for them, because I can't promise to have that high standard of living yet. What was the voting laws that we have right now? It was the wealth voting, right? Yes, okay. And that... oh, there we go. War has started, no one joined in, as far as I know. So it's plus 25, or 25 and over, in terms of wealth that can vote. Well, we got 20 walls versus 1 battalion. They've got a decent defense, to be fair. What do they have in there? Oh, it is skirmish infantry. Oh. Well, we are getting the general stuff now. Well, in about a few months. Oh, and after that we can help getting the triage, which is already underway. And after that we could maybe go back to the production, or maybe some in the society techs would be helpful. Like the pharmaceuticals, for example, would allow us to get a bit more investments into various things. How is the institutions anyway? We could get another level in there. Maybe another one for the education. Sure, let's put that underway. So we already won the first battle there, and next one is probably going to be even faster because the battalion there is practically already destroyed. Inefficient agriculture, we will listen to their advice. Still making £25,000 per week, wow. That's gold income for you, I guess. Because that's not affected by the taxes. We'll still be getting the same amount of money from the gold, more or less. I mean, maybe there might be a little bit from the sort of taxes that the people pay from there, but beyond that, it's the gold income itself is bloody massive. Now we're getting a bit more iron mines. We already got one level in California. We're getting a second level now, and they are already hiring people. They do need a bit more coal. Do we have any more coal mine potential over here nearby? Oh, there's a lot of iron mine potential in Nevada as well. And Arizona. Logging camps. There was coal mines up here. Okay, we'll get another coal mine in Washington. Well, the first coal mine. Oh, and baking powder. Oh, this is going to be good. Food industry, baking powder. So we got plenty of sugar production anyway. Grains, we produce a decent bit as well. So a lot more groceries. The grocery price is going to, well, I wouldn't say plummet, but it will be going down quite a bit. And now we've got over 24 million GDP. Oh, steamed donkey is spreading. Okay. So if we have a look at the GDP numbers in here. Ottomans are still almost a million ahead of us. But we're slowly catching up to Prussia, which is quite nice. Defamatory article. We can suppress that. For 5 years, we'd lose 5% authority. Or ignore it. You know what, we'll ignore it this time around. I don't actually want to lose too much authority. Now, we're not trying to pass any laws right now. Again, there's not that many laws that we could realistically pass. That would at least improve the situation by any means. But there we go. The war is coming along quite nicely. I'm sure that this truce will be had soon enough. And then we've got a border with Russia. At least for a while. Is Mosquito Kingdom still part of the... Yeah, they're still a protector of Britain. I do wonder if I could make Haiti into a protectorate then. Wait, hold on a minute. Protectorate, does that mean that they are part of the... Yeah, they're part of the British market. So if I was to make Haiti into a protectorate... they would not accept that yet. On the other hand, their military is fairly small. If we just get a bit more fleet... I mean, we are slowly recruiting at least some of the fleet there. I suppose we could also get a bit of naval bases in here. Get another 5 there. So now we've got a lot of barracks and naval bases underway. But those will be done fairly quickly, admittedly, so it's not too bad. And no, not quite yet truce time here. I'm guessing... Oh, yeah, there's another battle over there. Should be quite an easy victory. We destroyed... Well, I think we destroyed pretty much all of it. The army, that is. So, I'm guessing now... No. Okay, in about... Well, in about a week, probably. They will surrender. There we go. And now we've got in British Columbia. So first of all, I'm going to build all these gold mines. Or gold mines. Get those underway. We could probably get some whaling stations as well. Well, at least get one so we can get some oil. Not that we necessarily need it all that much, but having it there doesn't hurt. Then there's a filing cabinet. Arts Academy, well, I suppose we don't have anything in there. Logging camp can start using the tools. We could also put in the rail transportation now. Reduce the worker use in there. Speaking of rails, I suppose, well, they've got some infrastructure in there, but if we're building the gold mines and all that, we might as well build a railway. So there we go, that's a bit more, and now we've got a decent chunk of Canada as well. What about Ecuador? Oh, postal savings. Max cash reserves plus 20%, farmers investment pool contribution efficiency plus 50%, and shopkeepers plus 15%. Well, the same thing. Okay, so the investment pool is probably going to be, well, it's still going down, but we have increased the construction speed that we do a decent bit. Although, no, maybe. Hold on a minute, so we're getting the Art Academy, I suppose that is not being paid. Yeah, no, that's not being paid by the investment pool. Everything else over here is. And it's still going down, so we may have a bit of a problem there then. Oh, right, the Canadians managed to colonize Alberta all the way. And now we've got 25 million GDP. Still not quite caught up with the Ottomans, but we are definitely getting a lot of traction in here. And there we go, General Staff. So let's go ahead and go through all the military. Put in the skirmish infantry. Oh, and all the ports could definitely use that. And the fleets could also be made a bit better. Right, so we don't have any ammunition production, of course, right now. But we got a munitions plant. Actually, no, I think we've got a munitions plant already here. But of course, it wasn't hiring enough people yet. So now we can at least have that operational. On full speed. I don't know, how much can it produce? 50? That should be enough for our infantry at least. Or our regular troops at least. Production. We're losing a ton with cash right now, but I suppose it's just the military goods is costing us a lot more. Plus government wages is a massive expenditure overall. And we're spending quite a bit. Oh, right, we're building 2 universities right now. That's going to cost us a decent bit, but that's going to also get us to about 77 innovation. We could already have 99 to be fair, so we could definitely build a few more universities. Maybe we'll build one in... Well, I suppose, what would be in this one, maybe? Well, there's not a lot of pops there, so that's kind of pointless. Maybe over here. Well, it's mostly farming in here. We could get a bit of iron mine in here, I suppose. Get an iron mine there, at least. That's something that we will need. I suppose Texas could get a university. Just spreading them out a little bit. I know that it's not the most efficient way in terms of getting innovation, but it is a good way to get a bit of extra qualifications in places where we are going to be building more stuff later on. So British Columbia is still having a bit of a lack of workers in there. Oh, they're using the street lights. We could actually reduce the workforce in there a tiny bit. And we'll put in the public trams and the market squares. So I think our next target could be Haiti. I'm not going to be annexing them, I'm just going to make them a dominion. Alternatively, I could well, Cuba is not an option. Venezuela is probably going to require landing anyway, so that's going to be a bit more risky right now. Until we get a proper fleet of at least 20 in Central America, then we're not going to be doing landings into South America, I reckon. It would be too difficult. Ecuador is still allied to... They got a defensive pact with Peru-Bolivia. Alright then, so if we were to declare war on you, just out of curiosity, Peru-Bolivia does have 42 battalions plus 9 conscripts, and Ecuador has 18 plus 4, but they've got a decent sized militaries. So I guess we do need to start increasing our own military a bit further. Let's just go ahead and get another 5 over here from Mexico itself. So we'll at least have a few extras in there. Oh, Colombia has stopped the damaging relations finally, because we got into amicable relations. So we are now... Oh, they are loyal now, finally. There we go. I could annex them, but I'm not going to. I'm not going for a full conquest of everything, although America is still going to be... North America is something that I'll try to conquer all of it. But at the same time, USA is still pretty strong. We've got 155 battalions, so I can't really challenge them yet. Although in terms of GDP, we're getting closer and closer. There we go, another university will be done soon. Oh, and now we're starting to build all the barracks, so that's going to cost us a bit... Oh, there we go, education investment to level 3. Still got a little bit extra bureaucracy yet, luckily. Mostly due to the conquest of British Columbia. So how is the economy looking right now? So tea is still in... Well, there's a bit of demand for tea. It's not actually that high demand. Silk, we're still buying. We may need to go for the synthetic silks, to be fair. Somewhere down the line, at least. Steel, maybe we could use a bit more. Coal is something we could probably use a lot more overall. I'm just going to build another coal mine there. Oh, right, we've got all the full logging camps already in here. So we've still got over 2 million in gold reserves. That's not too bad, and the GDP is definitely... Oh, we're number 9 now. So how far are we from Prussia? Okay, that's about 3 million, roughly speaking. So we've still got quite a ways to go there, but we are also getting some prestige now. We're number 12 in the world, and we are not stifled by the being a subject or anything like that. And we are a recognized country as well, I suppose, so that also helps. So triage unlocked. Oh, right, that's something we'll need to do. Okay, let's have a look at the production. So we're getting the steam donkey. That would allow us to reduce the workforce needed at the mines, for example. That could be useful. In the society, what are we getting? We're getting the psychiatry. Oh, actually, that's not bad. We'll go for that one. And then after that, we could maybe go something in the production. Either steam donkey. I don't know if that's going to be done by then. I suppose we could just put it in the list. And then I suppose rifling is going to start spreading in here, but not going to touch that one. Just going to let that spread automatically. But then we can now go into the barracks and start using a lot of liquor and fabric for our military. So the cost of military is going to be even higher. Still not losing all that much money, luckily. And the investment pool is actually growing now, so that's good news. There we go, so rifling is spreading. But yeah, eventually we do need to start to cleaning up the border with USA here. Armed Forces petition government. Pass land voting. I don't initially want to do that, quite frankly. Against the odds. I'd say they have fairly earned their success and everything that entails, although Catholic Church is now going to be very upset, so education access is going to be reduced. We've still got a literate rate of about 1/3 of the population, so, you know, it's getting better. Especially since we increased the education institution level a bit very recently. Right, so Washington, we got the tooling workshop there. It is using steel tools as well, or making steel tools as well. We're getting a coal mine there. And we're getting also the food industry in Guerrero. There's actually a lot of agriculture that we could have. Secession movements. Ah, British Columbia, okay. Well, if they secede, we'll just beat them back. There's quite a bit of turmoil in there, admittedly. But the standard of living is pretty good in there, actually. Well, we'll just have a quick war in there, I suppose. That does mean that we won't be building those gold mines right now, then, but I suppose the construction speed over there... Oh, yeah, they're seceded. Alright, let's go ahead and send in the offensive planner. The tools wood are actually a little bit on the higher side, or high price side. Just go ahead and... Over here we got a bit of extra, so we'll just build a few logging camps there. Build all of them. I guess, so that's going to reduce the problems that we have. They don't really have a military, though. So even if we are going to have a war, unless they can bring someone into the war on their side, which no one's really leaning towards their side. So I don't think we have a problem there. Just out of curiosity, is the USA... They got a trade agreement with Great Britain. They do, of course, have a puppet as well. Oh, Britain already declared neutrality on this one. Hey, more gold discovered over here. We'll increase the goldfields building throughput. I mean, there's 4 goldfields in there, so that's going to increase the money that we gain even further. And it looks like the loyalist numbers are actually slowly climbing up again. It's been recently some sort of shift in there again. Well, I suppose part of that might just be the secession now. Reduce a lot of the radicals there. But, you know, we'll have our troops just march in. Should be fairly quick advancing in here. Because, again, they have no military whatsoever. And no one intervened either, so that's great news for us. Now we're already 26.2 million GDP, so we are definitely climbing up in here. I mean, we are building so many things. Well, I suppose right now it's not that many industries that we're building. Let's have a look. Ammunition is something we need a lot. Services we need a lot. Small arms and artillery we could use a lot. I suppose that's partially because the troops are currently active, so that's no doubt having an impact there. We do have an arms industry in here. I suppose we could give that a level. Oh, Liberal Party has been founded. Okay, let's have a look at the parties now. So Conservative Party is still the majority of the pops. Next, the Liberal Party is fairly high. I don't suppose we are bolstering any of the parties, are we? No, we're not. We don't really have the authority of that. We've got so many other encourager industries and such in here. That's the kind of Oh, we still got the emergency relief in Idaho. I don't suppose that's really needed anymore, is it? No, the standard of living over there is fairly decent, so I can cancel that one at least. Get a little bit more of the authority back. We still got some... Actually, do we still have the modifier that reduces our authority a little bit? I don't... No, we don't. Okay. Well, I suppose that's good then. And in the meanwhile, we're just advancing through this. So we'll cross the secession. But they won't be doing that anytime soon. Of course, we'll need to wait until they are ready to give up. Oh, current plan pays off. Oh, national dividends, loan interest rates minus 20%, gold reserve limit plus 28%, or we could give... No, we don't want to give the Conservative Party more momentum, so we'll just go with that one then, I suppose. Which, to be fair, means that the gold reserves are fairly high, or the limits for the gold reserves are fairly high. We should be reaching 80 innovation fairly shortly. That's also going to be quite nice. So Texas, yeah, Texas getting a university. We've got an iron mine, a lot of logging camps, the arms industry. So what else do we need? Clothing, furniture. Let's give the furniture manufacturing another level. I suppose the glasswork could get another level. And then after that, we could maybe get a little bit more productions over here. The munitions plant is producing, but clearly not enough, so we'll get another level there. In the meanwhile, we're just being... Oh, right, we are just slowly conquering the Vancouver Island, which apparently is a peninsula here. Yeah, slowly but surely all of that is being conquered, and now we got the innovation a bit higher. Oh, gold depleted. Oh dear. Well, I did say there that they shouldn't be quite as upset when the gold runs out. Well, now we can get another gold mine in there. Maybe we'll get another coal and... Well, I suppose we could also get a lead and coal mines in here. Get those two. And I'll also get a government administration in there, actually. So now man of wars are expensive. Are we selling man of wars, or is someone else using our man of wars? We are trading somewhere. Ah, we're selling to the Americans. And then there's, of course, quite a few places that are buying some man of wars, but nothing massive. Actually, Colombia is buying a decent bit over there. So I guess what we could do is give this shipyard another level then. If it's making a profit, might as well. Means we'll get also a little bit more clippers and all that. The iron price is still fairly high. We've still got the silk shortage. So I guess the iron, well, we don't have a lot of pops there. We could get another iron mine over here, I suppose. Is the infrastructure level? That's still fine. That's at least slowly spreading the workplaces around. It's just not farming for everyone. No, we're still not going to be doing that. Even if it's the armed forces asking for it this time around, instead of the Catholic Church. The psychiatry is going to be done in a few weeks, which is going to be quite nice. That should allow us to have a bit more bureaucracy, which is definitely needed. And we haven't started incorporating, well, we didn't start incorporating British Columbia beforehand. But I suppose we can probably start that once the war is over, which, to be fair, they should be willing to take, well, no, they don't want to take the peace deal yet. Oh yeah, as soon as that goes below 0, they will accept it. Well, okay, not quite. There we go, psychiatry. The more influence and progressive population cost modifier goes down. So what are we researching now? We're getting the steam donkey. After that, I think we could go for the reinforced concrete. Or open hearth process for the steel production. Dynamite could be quite handy as well. Improved fertilizer. There's so many good things on the tier 3 here. Oh, we could try getting something from the... Well, we just got something from the society. Over here we got... Well, we could go maybe for the rifling. To unlock some more of the military stuff. But I think we're going to stay with the production right now. And I think what we're going to do after that, we can... I think we're going to go for the extra steel. Right, are they willing to take the beef steel? No, not quite yet. Well, next week it should be done. No? Oh, there we go. About time. And now I'm guessing they probably changed all the production stuff in here. So let me just go through them. Oh, there's a lot of government administrations underway. I suppose we could probably produce a bit of hardwood in here as well. I'm sure that there will be some demand for it. We'll still build that whaling station in here, even though it got cancelled there. So I'm guessing now we've got... Oh, there we go. Election over, Conservative Party won again. Let's try switching to something else. Well, I suppose we could get the petty bourgeoisie into the government, if nothing else. So the legitimacy is going to drop, but it's not going to drop into another bracket, so that'll be fine. And now we've got potential for maybe some other laws. Well, not really, by the looks of it. I mean, we could go for the Home Affairs, I suppose. Secret Police or National Guard. National Guard would probably be more accepted, but the rule folk hate that. That would radicalize them. And the trade unions would hate that. That would radicalize them. Although they are still marginalized, so that's not too bad. But I suppose we'll stay with that Home Affairs for the time being. So the standard of living hasn't increased too much recently. But we're slowly working... Oh, gold discovered in California again. Right, now we've got 8 gold fields there. Okay, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of immigration down this way. Yeah, there's a decent bit. The population is certainly growing. Oh, we need more infrastructure in there. Right, let's build a railway. Maybe even 2. Because sudden increase in there has caused a bit of issues. Is there any other areas? No, California is the only one that we got such a problem with infrastructure right now. Well, we're working on it at least. But it seems that we've also worked through the episode. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.